Hey everyone, it's Edward from Ideal Direct Home Improvements. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I'm going to be building this MDF post for the column in the basement out of a sheet of MDF and ripping it down, assembly, and the whole shebang. Stay tuned and enjoy the video. I wanted to show you the size of the post cover and why I make it that size. You can make it any size as long as it wraps around your post and you leave a little bit of room. Like our posts, and generally the posts like in Canada, I don't know about anywhere else, but they're about just shy 4 inches, right? And here I got about 4 3/8. So the inside is going to be 4 3/8. Now you don't have to do all the math and stuff like that. I'll show you what I do just to make it nice and easy. I used 5/8 MDF, right? And I have a 4-inch post cover. Now generally you can make the pieces, all these sides, about 6 inches. 6 inches will give you good room inside. So then when you go to install them, and I'll show you how later, you're gonna have, it's just perfect amount of room to, fill the whole void in. So this here, it's about 5 3/4 finish, okay? And I ripped this down on a rigid mobile table saw. So 5 3/4 gives me inside, using 5/8, about 4 3/8, 4.5 almost. If you go 6, which you can, you'll have even 1/4 of an inch more, which is pretty good. One thing you have to check, I think that'll determine and help you a little bit. When the framers are installing the posts and the steel beams, they don't always put them level. Put a level on the post, on the column, and you're going to see if it's out of whack. So if the post is out of whack, like a lot, I don't know, 6 feet, and it's out of whack 1/2 inch. If it's out of whack, then go 6 inches. Make your pieces 6 inches or make them 6 1/4. So then you're going to be able to put these level. Okay. I already checked the post and everything. They weren't out of level. So building 5 3/4 finish on the outside will give you 4 3/8 more or less on the inside, which is great. And that's it. You can do 6-inch post covers, and then you can dress these things up any way you want. Like after they're installed, I'm going to put a crown on the top and a big... I'm going to show you how we're going to turn this sheet of MDF into our jack post covers for the basement. So for now, I chopped all my lines. We're going to make 6-inch post covers. Each side's going to be 6 inches. So I just divided the sheet into 12 inches. I already marked my length of the post. So that's the length of the one post, and that's the length of the other. I'm going to cut the sheet down with just using the skill saw, only because it's a little bit easier for me to manage by myself when I rip down the sheet. I just mark my lines like this, chalk it. I already have my measurements and everything for the post covers. So instead of trying to rip down this big sheet by myself, I'm going to rip it down with my DeWalt cordless circular saw. I already ripped them down just to half the size, but I'm going to be ripping these down on the table saw, and I'm going to have a miter so we can make a square post out of this MDF. So we're going to get started ripping down the MDF. So I ripped down all 8 pieces, mitered both sides on the table saw. So this is what we have, 4 sides. Each side has a bevel, 45 bevel on it. And all I did was prop it up on 1/2" MDF, and I put tape in behind it, and I just pressed it on both ends. We're using strapping tape, very important is the tape to use. So I prepped it there, and I prepped it here. We're gonna glue 3 sides on, and the last side we're not gonna glue on. We're gonna leave it off, but it's gonna help us keep it square, because the last side staying off is what's gonna help us install it around the post cover. So I'm just gonna put my glue. We can do time lapse. Glue's ready to go. I'm just gonna flip one by one and press on the tape. Like so. With this guy. Looks good. That's it. I'm using 1.5" nails, 18 gauge with my DeWalt miller. So the tape just held it together as I flipped it up, right? And now we're just gonna make these as good as we can. And I'm gonna just squeeze everything together and brad nails. Make sure the 45's nice and tight. This takes a lot of patience. So the 3 sides are all nailed together and glued. I'm just going to dry fit this one. Now that I nailed the three sides together, I'm just going to dry fit the top and I'm going to tape it. I'm not going to nail it or anything like that because I want the post and the glue, the three sides, to set up properly. So I'm going to make sure everything is fitting nice and wrap this well. The nail should do the job, but I'm using the strapping tape all the way around. Doesn't hurt. I'm gonna flip this around. We'll put it on the edge a little over here. That's it. You want to make sure it fits good. So then, if this is on dry fitted, the three sides and everything is square, it's going to be perfect. Taking this last part, just got to put one in the middle. And that's it. I'm going to let the glue dry up and set up, and then we'll show you what's going to happen next. So this one is all done. Let me just put it aside. Let's flip this around so you can see. So it's taped up. Like, I'm going to be very careful because we just assembled this. But you can see that's just nailed and glued. And then if there's any indifference or anything, I'll just fill it and sand it. And we're going to assemble the next one. So I let my posts dry up overnight. I already filled them, like all the nail holes with putty and stuff. I'm ready to sand them, but I'm going to take the strapping tape off so I can just show you. Why I didn't glue down the other half or the other side. So that's my loose piece, and that's for a reason. So I glued and nailed the three sides, and then I put that piece on top just to keep the post square, and everything's ready to go. So I'm gonna take the strapping tape off the other one. Once the tape's off, I'm gonna sand them all down, but let's take a look. I'll show you what's going on here. This is the short one. Follow me. And taping. Okay, when I measured these pieces, I made sure that it was about 5/16 of an inch shorter. And there's the post cover. So that's like that. These are shorter, 5/16, and I'm gonna get the other side so you can see. So you can take a look there, and that's it. These are square post covers. This is the end piece, the cap, and that's it. They're ready to go, to be installed. I'm going to take this back off. There you have it, folks. Just built the post cover, and I shall make another video on how to install these, and you're going to be amazed. So instead of building this out and framing it with 2x6s, 2x8s and stuff like that, and then taping and mudding with corner beads, this is what I do. Once this post is installed, you can dress this up, you can do anything you want. I'm going to sand these up and I'm going to prime it. I can't install these until the laminate flooring is done in the basement. It's always easier to do it after the floor is installed, just in case, you know, around the bottom of the post cover, if I have some problem notching out or trying to fit in a board, I'll just leave these off after they're primed, and when the floor is done with the laminate, I'll install them, and I'll show you how. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and thumbs up. Have a great day.